Tyson the Gypsy King Fury versus Anthony AJ Joshua must happen next in the year 2025. I think that both pugilists do not have any excuse anymore. There is no hurdle in the way of either fighters. Their lanes are pointing to each other, and either Riyadh or Wembley would be the venue. It would come with a huge payday. Into this fight can do about 2 million pay-per-view fight, and the split wouldn't be a problem thanks to His Excellency Turkey Al Sheikh. Both men are two-time heavyweight champion of the world, and Anthony AJ Joshua is yet to win the WBC belt, whilst Tyson Fury has won all the belts in this particular division. But let's talk about this fight and how they need to approach it. I think that the key to victory in this particular fight is the confidence of the fighter. I think that the confidence would be key in this particular fight. Having lost in a devastating manner with regards to Anthony AJ Joshua challenging Daniel Dubois for his IBF belt at the Wembley Sports Stadium, I think that his confidence has been dented very much. And Anthony AJ Joshua is not the kind of guy that recuperates early, because since the Andy Ruiz fight, I think in 2019, Anthony AJ Joshua has been fighting gun shy until he started being trained by Ben Davis. I'll be talking about Ben Davis soon, so please stay on. So, I think that the key to victory is the confidence. And with regards to Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, he lost two fights to Alexander the Cat Usyk, just like AJ himself, 24. He did not fight as the challenger, I mean to say, but he was fighting as a champion, which went a long way to hurt him, because Usyk, who was rather the champion, looked more hungry in the ring than Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. It was it because Tyson Fury was wary of what was coming back to him and was not confident as much as he has been against other fighters, as Usyk makes him fight in situations where he wouldn't be quite confident in executing his game plan. Another thing both fighters must do in this particular fight is take the risks, because if you don't take the risks these days, you are not going to win anything. So just like Daniel Dubois did against Anthony AJ Joshua, Anthony Joshua must take the risks against Tyson the Gypsy King Fury and not be worried about what is coming back to him. Anthony AJ Joshua has been gun shy, so has Tyson Fury. He has not really been quite engaging, especially when it comes to combination punches. He punches 1, 2, and then clinches. But with this Anthony AJ Joshua fight, he needs to risk it all, throw about 4, 5 combination, and not be so worried about what is coming back to him, provided he keeps his head movement in shape. Now, tactics would be key and making the connects come into play. Will Anthony AJ Joshua still go with Ben Davis? I think so. But will Tyson Fury maintain Sugar Hill in his corner? That is a big question, because he had criticized fighters who have maintained their coaches in the past. So will Tyson himself, having lost 2 consecutive fights to Alexander the Cat Usyk, still maintain American Sugar Hill, the crank style, and still want to box the crank style of boxing against someone like Anthony AJ Joshua, who is a natural heavy hitter than Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, and if he catches Tyson the Gypsy King Fury cleanly, he can be able to stop Tyson Fury, or Tyson Fury will try to go with a slick boxer and make Anthony AJ Joshua move a lot in the ring and then be catching him off guard. Now, having both men lost to Alexander the Cat Usyk 24 rounds, I have said it is only Tyson the Gypsy King Fury who has been knocked down. Let's all remember that Tyson the Gypsy King Fury could have been knocked out in the 9th round in the first fight, and so could Anthony AJ Joshua have been knocked out in the last round or the last 10 seconds of the first fight. A towel was thrown into the ring a second late. If not, he would have suffered a stoppage. And looking at both fighters against Alexander the Cat Usyk, I think that Tyson Fury has won most of the rounds in this particular fight. Now, One interesting thing I want to talk about is how they've lost. AJ has lost 4 fights, whilst Tyson has lost 2 fights, and those 2 fights are we have mentioned several times are to Usyk. Whilst AJ has lost to Alexander the Cat Usyk, Daniel Dubois, and Usyk twice. So coming into this fight, the losses would be playing at the back of his head as he has been beaten by multiple people. Whilst Tyson Fury may go in like only Usyk can beat me, maybe because he's a southpaw, but those crazy and silly shenanigans will not help him in this particular fight. He needs to stay totally focused in this particular fight against Anthony AJ Joshua. Now, first fight ended in split decisions in favor of Alexander the Cat Usyk, whilst Alexander the Cat Usyk won the second fight via unanimous decision. What this tells me is that both boxers cannot make adjustments more than the level of Alexander the Cat Usyk, and he is a much smarter fighter, hence winning both 4 fights against these 2 fighters. Now, there is going to be a lot of pressure on both fighters because this fight, the United Kingdom fans and fans globally are torn apart. Who is a better fighter? The winner of this fight, who is going to cement his legacy as the second best to Alexander the Cat Usyk. Let's take Tyson the Gypsy King Fury for instance. Tyson the Gypsy King Fury has fought Usyk, he has fought Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, and if he fights Anthony AJ Joshua and comes second, then he is the second best in this era, and there is no shame in being second best to a man like Alexander the Cat Usyk. His resume, his attitude, and the way his willingness to take up challenges says it all. So it will not be a shame to be a second best to someone like Alexander the Cat Usyk. Whilst Anthony AJ Joshua, there is going to be a lot of pressure because his fight with Deontay the Bronze Bomber did not happen, and the major test of this era has only been Alexander the Cat Usyk. If he's able to beat Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, he would not necessarily need the Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder fight again. And this fight may also end up being the last major payday for these 2 fighters. Yes, they may have other fighters that may bring down that are pay-per-view worthy. That means Anthony AJ Joshua versus Parker 2, then Fury versus Parker can also be a pay-per-view worthy fight. Then Fury versus Jili Zhang, just as Anthony Ejitra. These are good fights that will earn them enough payday, and including Fury versus Daniel Dubois. These are fights that would give them enough payday. But Anthony AJ Joshua versus Tyson Fury is a major payday. That is a career-changing payday for both fighters. So it may be the last time they earn that high money. And I think that their promoters are going to be behind both fighters. There wouldn't be who is going to be the A side or the B side. I think that the fight can easily be made depending on the willingness of the fighters themselves. I don't think there will be promotional differences at all. Queensberry has started working with Matchroom. His Excellency has united the boxing front, and I think that this is the right time for them to face each other. I think somewhere June, July in 2025, and maybe have a rematch later in the year, December or November. So this is my take on the Anthony AJ Joshua versus Tyson Fury must happen in the year 2025. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to this point, this is the right time to be a member of the Med Sports family. Hit the subscribe, hit that bell icon, express your views in the comment section, and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you.